meeting is hereby called to order. As you are able and willing, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, welcome, and thank you all for coming. Our first order of business this evening is to elect a moderator. Do we have any nominations for moderator, please?
I nominate Greg M.
I second.
Are there any other nominations for moderator? Seeing none, I will ask you all to use your white cards, as we will do all evening, to indicate your vote. All in favor, please raise your card. Opposed? I see none. Mr. M., you have the microphone.
Okay, thank you. So first order of business is to swear me in, so I'll take the oath. I, Greg M., swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and of the state of Maine, so long as I shall continue to be a citizen thereof, and that I will faithfully discharge to the best of my abilities the duties incumbent on me as moderator of the Maine School Administrative District Number 35 budget meeting on May 17th, 2023, according to the Constitution and the laws of the state of Maine. I'll sign, and you can sign. And you can keep that for your records and that as well. Yep. So my next order of business is to swear in the ballot clerks, and I'll just represent to the meeting that shortly before just a few minutes ago, I met with the clerks, and they took an oath very similar to the one that I just took. And so if there's no objection to that, I'm sorry, I have a hard time seeing. Is there any objection to that? Okay, so the ballot clerks are sworn in. The next, for the rules of procedure, I'm going to generally be guided by the Maine Moderator's Manual, which is the ground rules that are followed in almost all town meetings and school budget meetings in the state. So if there's any objection to that, please speak up. Okay, seeing none. We're going to go through, just as to summarize what we're doing tonight, the business of this meeting is the warrant that's in the handouts, the second half of this handout that you received when you checked in. The first 11 articles are articles to approve expenditures by the school board. The next two articles, Articles 12 and 13, raise revenues to support the budget. Article 14 is a summary of the total budget. And then there are a few more articles that we take care of that aren't exactly related to the school budget, but we take care of since it's convenient, since we're all gathered here today. So I'll read each article, and I'll ask for a motion and a second. Once I have those, I'll open the floor up to discussion. If you'd like to speak, please come up to one of the microphones so you can be heard throughout the auditorium, and state your name and the town you're from, and make your comments. I'm just going to reserve any more ground rules about discussion until it's necessary, if you guys get unruly. So I'm just going to go on. And everyone should have gotten a white card when they checked in as well, and we'll use those for voting. Most of these votes are going to be by show of cards. Okay, so we'll launch into this right now, starting with Article 1. Shall the district be authorized to expend $15,637,772 for regular instruction? The school board recommends a yes vote. Is there a motion?
I move the article as written.
Second.
Thank you. So Article 1 has been moved and seconded, and so we open up the floor for discussion. Is there anybody who would like to comment or have a question about Article 1? Okay, seeing none, we're just going to go right to vote for Article 1.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Could I just read an
I'm
explanation?
sorry, I
That's okay.
skipped you. I didn't turn around. Yes.
Thank you. This article provides funding for all elementary and secondary instruction, the Gifted and Talented Program, and the English Language Learners Program. The addition of a 0.6 FTE health position and increases in salaries and benefits for staff in the current year resulted in an overall increase in expenditures for regular instruction of $394,731, or 2.59%.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion or questions? Okay, seeing none, we're going to vote by show of cards. All those in favor of Article 1 as written, please raise your card. Thank you. Opposed? Okay, so Article 1 passes as written. Article 2, shall the district be authorized to expend $6,375,791 for special education? The school board recommends a yes vote. Is there a motion?
I move the article as written.
Second.
Thank you. And discussion?
Yes, thank you. This article provides funding for all special education services. This warrant article saw a significant increase in $532,975, or 9.12%. One of the reasons for the significant increase is the reclassification of certain staff from other cost centers to special education. Another is the increase in the identification rate of special education students and an increase in the number of students that need to be placed out of district. The rest of the increase are the result of salaries and benefit increases for staff.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion or comments or questions about Article 2? Okay, seeing none, we'll vote on Article 2. All those in favor? Thank you. Opposed? Thank you. Article 2 passes as written. Article 3, shall the district be authorized to expend $49,400 for career and technical education? The school board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
Second.
Thank you. And some discussion?
Yes, the article provides funding for all vocational educational services. Most of our students who participate in this program do so through Sanford Regional Vocational Center, but we also send approximately 30 students to Somersworth and Dover for programs not available at the Sanford Regional Vocational Center. There is a small proposed change to this warrant article for the current year.
Thanks. Is there any other discussion on Article 3? Okay. All those in favor of Article 3? Thank you. Opposed? Thank you. Article 3 passes as written. Article 4, shall the district be authorized to expend $1,074,483 for other instruction? School board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
Second.
And discussion?
This article provides funding for all the co-curricular and extracurricular programs, specifically elementary and secondary co-curricular activities and trips, and funding for the MHS auditorium. This warrant article has a $21,197 increase in funding compared to the prior year, or a 2.01 increase. The increase in this article can mainly be attributed to the increases in related salaries and benefits.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion on Article 4? Okay, all those in favor of Article 4? Thanks. Opposed? Thank you. Article 4 passes as written. Article 5, shall the district be authorized to expend $3,410,335 for student and staff support? The school board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
Second.
Okay, discussion?
This article provides funding for all student and staff support services such as guidance, nursing, library, curriculum, and staff development, technology, and assessment. This warrant article has a 4.07%, or $144,848 decrease in the current year. One of the main decreases was the reclassification of professional staff to special education, as their role was primarily to work with special education students.
Thank you. Is there other discussion on Article 5? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor of Article 5? Thank you. Opposed? Thank you. Article 5 passes as written. Article 6, shall the district be authorized to expend $1,052,309 for system administration? School board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
Second.
Thank you. And is there discussion?
This
Second.
article.
Sorry.
This article provides funding for central administration, including the school board, superintendent, and business office. This warrant article had an increase of $20,395, or 1.98%. This increase can be primarily attributed to increases in the cost of our accounting software and an increase in the district's property and casualty insurance premiums.
Thanks. Is there any other discussion on Article 6? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor of Article 6? Thank you. Opposed? Thank you. Article 6 passes as written. Article 7, shall the district be authorized to expend $1,892,683 for school administration? The school board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
Second.
And discussion?
This article provides funding for school building administration. This warrant article has an increase of $64,487 from the prior year, or 3.53%. The primary reason for the increase was cost of living adjustments.
Thanks. Is there any other discussion on Article 7? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor of Article 7? Thank you. Opposed? Thank you. Article 7 passes as written. Article 8, shall the district be authorized to expend $2,154,965 for transportation and buses? School board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
Second.
Okay, discussion?
This article provides funding for all student transportation to and from school, including special needs students, out-of-district placements, and transportation to vocational education centers. This warrant article has an increase of $89,382, or 4.33% from the prior school year due to salary and benefit increases for the drivers.
Thank you. Is there other discussion on Article 8? Okay, all those in favor of Article 8? Thank you. Opposed? Thank you. Article 8 passes as written. Article 9, shall the district be authorized to expend $4,144,282 for facilities maintenance? The school board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
Second.
Okay. Is there discussion on Article 9?
Yes, this article provides funding for the maintenance and operation of all school buildings and grounds, including custodial services, building repairs, utilities, insurance, building security, and minor construction projects. This warrant article saw an increase of $596,049 from the prior year. The increase in the facilities maintenance can be attributed to significant increases to the district's utility bills and a boiler project at Marshwood High School.
Thank you. Is there other discussion on Article 9? Okay, all those in favor of Article 9? Thank you. Opposed? Okay, Article 9 passes as written. Article 10, shall the district be authorized to expend $0 for debt service and other commitments? The school board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
Second.
Is there discussion on this very controversial article?
This article provides for debt service on outstanding bonds. The school board does not have any long-term bonds outstanding, therefore this article is 0.
Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor of Article 10? Thank you. Opposed? Thank you. Article 10 passes as written. Article 11, shall the district be authorized to expend $50,000 for all other expenditures? The school board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
Second.
Is there discussion?
Yes. This article provides funding for the school board contingency fund. This amount dropped by $35,500 due to the removal of the funding for the school nutrition program, as that program no longer generates an operating loss.
Thanks. Is there other discussion on Article 11? Okay, all those in favor of Article 11? Thank you. Opposed? Okay, Article 11 passes as written. So those were all the articles that approved expenditures, and we're going to move on to the revenue articles. Article 12, shall the district appropriate $26,149,158 for the total cost of funding public education from kindergarten to grade 12 as described in the Essential Programs and Services Funding Act? And shall the district raise and assess $12,994,055 as the municipality's contribution to the total cost of funding public education from kindergarten to grade 12 as described in the Essential Programs and Services Funding Act in accordance with the Maine Revised Statutes Title 20A, Section 15688. The numbers are presented in two columns. The column on the left is the total appropriation that adds for each town, adds up to the $26 million figure that I first read. On the right-hand column is the total amount to be assessed to each town, $12,994,000, and it shows how that's apportioned between the two towns. The school board recommends a yes vote. There is a statutory explanation in italics that I won't read, so I'll entertain a motion for Article 12.
I move the article as written.
Second.
Is there any discussion on Article 12? Okay, seeing none?
Greg?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I see.
Hi,
Yes.
I'm Debbie Scribner from Elliott. This says kindergarten, what about pre-K? Is that also included in with that?
I can answer that, actually. So in the Maine school statutes, the definition of kindergarten includes pre-K, so.
Okay, thank you.
Is there any other discussion or questions on Article 12? And someone may have to speak up if I can't see you. Okay, seeing none, we're going to vote on Article 12 as written. All those in favor? Okay, and opposed? Okay, Article 12 passes as written. Article 13, this article requires a written ballot, and you've got a little yes/no ballot when you checked in that we're going to use, but we'll read the article and discuss it first. So, shall the district raise and appropriate $6,893,418 in additional local funds, which exceeds the state's essential programs and services allocation model by $6,893,418 as required to fund the budget recommended by the school board. The school board recommends those amounts, and there's a written explanation about why the district exceeds the EPS allocation model, and there's also a statutory explanation in italics, and I'm not going to read any of that unless someone would really like me to. So I'll entertain a motion for Article 13.
I move the article as written.
Second.
Is there any discussion on Article 13? Okay, so we're going to vote on this by written ballot. So you need to take your little piece of paper, check a box, and come down here and deposit it in one of the ballot boxes with one of the clerks. And we'll be in recess while everyone votes. Okay, so we'll come back to order, and the results are 30 votes for yes and 3 votes for no, so Article 13 passes as written. Article 14, shall the district authorize the school board to expend $35,842,020 for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2023 and ending June 30, 2024 from the district's contribution to the total cost of funding public education from kindergarten to grade 12 as described in the Essential Programs and Services Funding Act, from non-state funded school construction projects, additional local funds for school purposes under the Maine Revised Statutes Title 20A, Section 15690, unexpended balances, tuition receipts, state subsidy, and other receipts for the support of schools. The school board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as read.
A second?
Any discussion on Article 14? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor of Article 14? Thank you. Opposed? Thank you. Article 14 passes as written. Article 15, shall the district appropriate shall the district appropriate $262,646 for adult education and raise $116,069 as the local share, with authorization to expend any additional, incidental, or miscellaneous receipts in the interest and for the well-being of the adult education program. School board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
Second?
Any discussion on Article 15? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor of Article 15? Thank you. Article 15, I'm sorry, opposed? Okay, Article 15 passes as written. Article 16, in addition to amounts approved in the preceding articles, shall the school board be authorized to expend such other sums as may be received from federal or state grants or programs or other sources during the fiscal year for school and other program purposes, provided that such grants, programs, or other sources do not require the expenditure of other funds not previously appropriated. The school board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
I'll second.
Is there any discussion on Article 16? Okay, all those in favor of Article 16? Thank you. Opposed? Thank you. Article 16 passes as written. Article 17, shall the school board be authorized to transfer $150,000 from available fund balances at the end of the 2022-2023 fiscal year to the Special Ed Reserve Fund and to expend from the Special Ed Reserve Fund as needed in the discretion of the school board. The school board recommends a yes vote.
I move the article as written.
Second?
Is there any discussion on Article 17? Okay, all those in favor? Thank you. Opposed? Thank you. Article 17 passes as written. And that's the end of the business for this meeting. I'd like to thank everybody for showing up and participating in this process and remind everyone that the budget that was approved tonight is subject to a yes-no vote at a referendum on June 13th. So you want to go to your local polling places to vote on that. Any other comments or? All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Second?
All those in favor of adjourning? All right. All those opposed? Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you again for attending.